YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another week. Please hit the subscribe, notification, and like button. Today we're going to talk about smoking ribs on the Oklahoma Joe Pit Barrel Smoker. What I have here is a slab of spare ribs. So today we're going to trim these down so we have some rib tips and a St. Louis style cut. Trimming is the key here, so that's the rib tip area here that I'm going to slice off to make this a nice St. Louis style cut. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to find the tip of the bone and just cut straight down to make a rectangle shape of the ribs. And I always do this bone side up so I can actually see where the bones are, and then just cut through the cartilage. This is the best knife I have, but it does pretty good. So again, I'm going to just break down, cut through the cartilage, and just make sure that I'm making a straight line so that my ribs look nice and even. And this is all rib tip here. So again, just finding the tip of the bone and cutting through the cartilage. Then I'm going to cut the last few ribs off that get a little small and cook those separate. Because again, with these St. Louis style ribs, we want a perfect rectangle. So again, here we have this nice looking even slab of rib. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to trim this fat here. This fat I'm going to toss, so I'm not going to worry about removing the membrane first. Again, I just want to even the back side of the rib so that they cook evenly and to display the bone on the back side. So these are looking really good, nice and even. What I'm going to do now is remove the membrane. Sometimes I use a paper towel, but I was actually able to grab this without the paper towel and get a good portion of it off. So I always prep my ribs using mustard. It's a great binding agent, so I just rub it all down, get an even coat on the top with mustard. And then I like to use some Lowry seasoning salt. Now pork is already salty, so I go kind of light, but I do like a little bit of saltiness with my pork. And then I like to throw on a layer of garlic powder. Again, I just like to add an additional layer of garlic powder for the flavor profile. The rub does have some of that in there. Now let's talk about this rub. This is called Sweet Rub O' Mine. I found it at Lowe's hardware store. I believe you can find it in your grocery store. But again, this really just brings out all the flavor profiles that I like. It's sweet with a little bit of spicy, and it makes these ribs just taste really good. Now, I do not season the back side of the ribs. I will go back and get the side of the ribs, but I just do the top layer with meat and just let the smoke come through the bottom. So we'll sit back and I'll go through these other rack of ribs and season these down as well. Alright, as I'm finishing up these last rack of ribs, I've already got the grill going. I get it to about 250. That's where I like to smoke my ribs. So let's get them on the smoker. So this grill will fit 2 slabs of ribs with the grill grate. Otherwise, you have to hang them. And the way that I hang them, I hang the meat facing the middle of the grill with the bones on the outside, just so the thicker part of the ribs get most of the heat. Alright, so after an hour, I'll go back out and check them. I will not open the grill until it's been an hour, because if you're looking, you ain't cooking. Right now, what I'm going to do is spray them down with apple juice. I'm just making sure the ribs stay nice and moist and they're not getting dried out. Once I spray these down, I will not open this grill for another hour, and just making sure that I'm maintaining the internal temperature of the grill at 250. So it's been about an hour and a half, and I went ahead and pulled the ribs. Right when that meat starts to pull back off the bone, it's about enough smoke at that point, and you can go ahead and wrap them. I like to wrap my ribs with brown sugar, butter, and a little bit of apple juice. After I wrap the ribs, I'll let them cook about another hour. Then once they've cooked about an hour in their wraps, what I'll do is I will unwrap them, glaze them down with the barbecue sauce of choice, and put them back on the grill for about 5 minutes, just to let that sauce cook in just a bit. Then once that sauce cooks on there for just a little bit, they'll be done and they're ready to pull off. After that, I let my ribs sit for about an hour, and voila, these are the finished product. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow, and hit that like button.